Can you believe it? With just a few eggs and a little secret trick, you can make the fluffiest, most delicious fluffy omelet ever. Golden and slightly crispy on the outside, soft, light, and airy on the inside, it literally melts in your mouth. The best part? It only needs a tiny bit of oil. It's super easy to make at home, and literally anyone can do it. Let's get started. First, prepare 3 fresh eggs. Separate the egg whites from the yolks. In this recipe, we need to whip the egg whites until fluffy, so make sure no yolk mixes in with the whites. The fresher the eggs, the easier they are to separate. You don't need any special tool for separating egg whites and yolks. Just gently move the yolk back and forth between the 2 halves of the eggshell, and the white will slip out easily. Repeat the process until all 3 eggs are separated. After separating the whites and yolks, using a whisk or electric hand mixer, beat steadily in one direction until lots of small bubbles appear. You can add a pinch of salt at this stage. The salt helps strengthen the protein structure of the egg whites, trapping air inside and making the foam smoother, fluffier, and more stable. Which country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment below. It's amazing how we can connect with each other from all over the world. Continue beating until the whites become glossy, thick, and super fluffy. When you lift the whisk, you should see soft peaks that stand up gently with a slight curl. That's when it's perfect. Heat the pan, add a little cooking oil, and use a brush to spread it evenly over the entire surface. Gently pour the whipped egg whites into the pan and use a spoon to spread them out evenly. Divide into 3 small portions and create a small well hole in the center of each one. These little wells help place the yolks exactly where you want them, while also ensuring even cooking and a beautiful shape. Keep the heat on low so the eggs cook slowly. When the bottom has set and turned completely opaque white, place 1 yolk into the center of each portion. Lightly sprinkle a bit of salt and pepper on top. Cover with a lid and cook for another 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how done you want the yolks. If you like soft, slightly runny yolks, cook just until set. For more fully cooked yolks, add another 30 seconds to 1 minute. The finished dish is not only eye-catching, but also high in protein and low in fat, perfect for a quick breakfast or a light meal any time of day. When you cut it in half, the yolk gently melts into the fluffy egg white layers, creating a rich yet light and refreshing flavor. Next, I want to share the recipe for tomato and egg soup that tastes exactly like the one at restaurants. This soup looks simple, but to make it truly delicious, there are a few special tricks. First, lightly score the tomato skins to make peeling easier. Pour hot water over 70 degrees Celsius over them to blanch. This method works based on thermal expansion and contraction. The skin expands with heat and shrinks when cooled, so it peels off much more easily afterward. Let them sit for about a minute. While waiting, I prepare some fresh green onions. I often grow green onions in a bottle like this. Whenever I need them, I just snip a few stalks, super convenient, and always fresh and clean. Green onions have that signature aroma that boosts the flavor and stimulates the appetite. Put the chopped green onions in a bowl. Next, prepare some cilantro and chop it finely. Cut the shiitake mushrooms into small pieces. Then, transfer the blanched tomatoes to a bowl of cold water to cool down. After that, peel the tomato skins. Tomato skins are hard to digest, have little flavor, and can make the dish less appealing. Once peeled, cut the tomatoes in half. Remove the white core. Then cut them into small pieces so they cook quickly. Put them in a bowl and set aside. Crack 3 eggs into another bowl. Beat the eggs well until they form thin, smooth strands and won't clump when added to the soup. Set aside. Prepare 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Add 100 milliliters of water. Stir until the mixture is smooth and slurry-like. When all the ingredients are ready, let's start cooking. Heat the pan and add just enough cooking oil. When the oil is hot, add the tomatoes and stir-fry over high heat. Remember to add a teaspoon of salt. This helps the tomatoes release their juices faster, making them tastier and bringing out their natural sweetness. If you add water before the tomatoes release their juices, the soup will taste bland and lack that rich tomato aroma. Stir everything well until the tomatoes soften and the mixture thickens a bit. Then pour in boiling water. Many people add cold water. That's a common mistake. Boiling water helps keep the soup vibrant in color and full of deep flavor. Next, add a teaspoon of black pepper and stir well. At this point, stir the soup in one direction with a spoon to create a small vortex in the center of the pot. While the liquid is swirling steadily, slowly pour the beaten eggs in a thin stream right into the center of the vortex. Thanks to this swirling motion, the eggs will naturally form soft, silky, beautiful ribbons instead of clumping. Don't stir immediately, let the eggs set for a few seconds. Once you see the egg strands starting to float up, soft and pretty, that's when you slowly pour in the cornstarch slurry. Now add the shiitake mushrooms. Then sprinkle in the chopped green onions and cilantro. The heat from the soup will release their fresh, refreshing aroma, blending perfectly with the tomato and egg flavors. After that, turn off the heat right away to avoid overcooking. If cooked too long, the eggs will become tough and lose their signature tenderness. Finally, gently ladle the soup into bowls. Your tomato egg soup will have vibrant colors, fluffy egg ribbons floating in a clear, flavorful broth, tasting just as delicious as, or even better than what you'd get at a restaurant.